Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back. Were we on the way to darkness?
There's some darkness right here in front of us.
Okay. I couldn't remember why we stopped where we did. If it was like we were trying to leave.
I think we just ran out of town, basically.
Oh yeah, I got an upper advantage view. Zombie.
I don't know how far away from our farm we are at this point.
That went through his face. Through his face. I don't have any idea either. Well then, welcome.
I'm here. I've arrived. So, how was the hurricane?
Oh, it's fantastic.
You made it?
We actually
got
worse stuff last night from the hurricane than anything
else.
Yeah? Yeah, it was a pretty nasty thunderstorms. I mean, to the point, I was at the fire station, and the room that I sleep in is that room that's not up to fire code, remember?
Yeah.
No windows or anything, and I woke up in the middle of the night, and I thought it sounded like the air conditioning came on at first, because I just heard like, but it turned out that was actually rain. And I mean, within like 5 minutes, you just heard the loudest thunder that was shaking the building.
Wow.
It was pretty intense, but then of course, you know, I go out for a couple of calls in the middle of the night, and right when I lay back down to get ready to sleep again, they make an announcement that, you know, the storm basically knocked out all the bulk of the communication systems. So they had the radios, and that was it. Nothing else was dispatching calls. So we were on like station watch all night, which is really annoying. Means you have to be like up and listening to the radio dispatches and
I was about to ask, what's this?
Yeah,
okay.
So it's basically like your in-station tones that would normally wake everybody up when you get a call, like super loud, all the lights turn on, and it just is like whoop whoop, you know, wakes everybody up in the middle of the night. That doesn't work. So you have to just wait for them to say, hey, you got a call, and then somebody.
I just remembered we don't have any wood.
I have one piece of wood.
A plank or a log?
A log, or no, a plank. that'll help us. I mean, let's just find a mine shaft. You know, no big deal. I'm sure there's one around, like right here any minute.
See, the hurricane wasn't bad here at all. It was like just a rainstorm. In fact, if I hadn't been told there was a hurricane, I wouldn't have known there was a hurricane.
And it's how far away are you from the places that got destroyed by it? And I mean destroyed, like the hurricane itself wasn't crazy. It was the massive amounts of rainfall.
I mean, we had a shitload of rain. Like the Cape Fear River's near me. And I don't know if you saw, I tweeted out a picture of it yesterday. It's like 30 feet higher than normal. Like I've never seen the Cape Fear River anywhere near the bridge that crosses it. And it's like 3 feet from the bridge.
30 feet, so, yeah, pretty intense.
Oh yeah, it's like there's a restaurant beside it, and they have like a playground and outdoor seating and all this stuff. That was all gone. It was underwater by many feet. Yeah, it was. I mean, we got quite a bit of rain. I streamed the whole thing.
You did stream? You did it on the stream of it?
Yeah, I did the whole. Oh yeah, there's some clips.
Damn, I didn't even know.
You should. You should. I'll have to link you to some clips. You have to see.
You talked about it, and I didn't think you actually did it.
Oh yeah, I did it. The
whole. Did it have lots of viewers?
Like, it actually did. It had a lot more viewers than my average stream.
Did it get dark and people were like, "What happened to the lights?" And you were like,
"No, I had a porch light, so I was gonna cut it off at night, and people were like, no!" And so I ended up leaving it on all night long as well. So yeah, it was about a 40-hour stream or something like that.
That's hilarious. Did you get any bounties during it?
I did a bounty at the end of it because I had so many damn viewers. I did a bounty for a NASCAR game because I hit 100% of my goal because I had so many people already watching. So yeah, it was the lowest it got through the night. Oh, nice. How come? I saw you down here.
Yeah, I'm down entering the ravine area. Watch out, there's a 2 Endermen around.
Okay. Why are there planks down here?
There's across the ravine. There's a mine shaft.
Oh, mine shaft. Nice. I have an axe. Do not. Yeah, the lowest it got was during the night, like when no one was here. It got down to 110 viewers. That was the lowest it ever got.
Jesus.
There's planks. I don't have an axe though.
Oh my god.
Or any torches.
Thank God I didn't.
Do you have any torches left?
Yeah, I have a decent amount of torches. I was trying not to look at this guy.
Yeah.
Where'd you go? I was coming up to give you torches, and you went down.
Did.
You made it very hard because I can't really attack this guy without this Enderman. There we go. Okay. Are you below me?
I ran back because I was getting shot from someone I couldn't see.
I just dropped torches straight down in the middle where you were just fighting that guy.
Oh, I see him.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we didn't have we didn't have anything from the hurricane except for like we're getting the remnant. Like I said, we got the remnants of it starting yesterday.
Right.
Which is just like the what's left of it, and it was pretty nasty, but nothing nearly what they had originally anticipated for DC, and then they, you know,
right,
already said that.
Like my setup here, I had put like milk and bread out on the deck. And then I put the next night I realized I should have like a rain cup. Oh, this is awful. Why? It was just a couple planks.
Oh, really?
It goes, yeah. Oh, here's some more. Okay. And then I realized I should have like some kind of rain cup. So I had like and I had a flag, a medieval times flag was in my milk jug. You know, to kind of show the wind. But the wind never even got up enough. It blew the flag out twice in the whole time that there was high winds. But anyways, I put a cup out there that was about 9 inches deep the second night around 2 a.m. And I imagine the cup would have filled up the first day. It ended up filling up overnight into the next day. Like by basically within 24 hours, the cup had filled up. And then we got a lot of rain yesterday. So I imagine we probably got, I don't know, like a couple feet of rain here. So it was a bit of rain.
Feet's pretty significant amount of rain.
Yeah, it was a lot of rain. I'll give it that. But nothing down. I heard a tree fall in the woods at one point, but it didn't threaten me. It did, even though there was no one there to see it.
I mean, that's insane.
I know. I mean, at least we got that question answered now. Yeah, I made quite a bit of money. I danced in a duck suit in the middle of the storm at one point.
Money's good. Money's good.
Yeah. So it was a good thing. It was a profitable storm. I enjoyed it.
Well, 10 out of 10 would do again.
Yeah, would hurricane a second time. Come back, Florence. Bring back Florence. Yeah.
I have an
crazy.
update. Speaking of money, on the whole Amazon thing.
Oh, okay.
But not much of an update, which is the weird part. So they looked at my appeal because remember I said I had appealed them saying they denied the claim, and I had sent it back, and they responded back and they said it was literally like a question, like an oh my god. It was like, wait, you sent the package back? Like they said they printed you a shipping label and you sent it back, and my response was yes. Here's the tracking number of what they sent me. Here is like the date that it arrived at their facility, and so they responded back like yesterday and said something to the effect of still waiting on deciding your claim. We're waiting on some answers back from the seller. Apparently the seller hasn't responded back to them about it. But so far, they got my package last week, and I have no refund.
That's... So...
I'm trying to figure out, like, let's say they deny the claim. What happens now? Do they send me back my product? Are they just going to ignore me and keep it because I sent it back to them, even though it was with their return shipping label?
Well, that's the thing I don't understand. So you told Amazon you wanted a thing, and then the automated process sent you a shipping label, right?
No, I don't think it was automated because it went in for a claim. So the claim gives the Amazon time to decide what is supposed to happen, and it looks like the company in the interim, because of the claim, generated a shipping label. So the shipping label came from the company itself.
I see.
And this is the problem that you have dealing with these, like, third-party vendors. Like, it's somehow it's Amazon Prime purchase, but it's still through this other vendor. It's not even like fulfilled by Amazon. So they're not even like part to do with it, which gets really confusing. I don't know why I'm wasting so much time getting so much wood. I don't need that much wood.
I mean, I could use quite a bit. I mean, we don't know how much cave there is.
I got 57 planks.
Well, I'll take some. I'm trying to make an anvil so I can repair my bow.
Oh, you need an anvil.
Yeah.
So you need a bunch of wood?
Well, I mean, I know that these were separate thoughts.
Okay.
But I'm getting a bunch of iron to in order to do that. But I do need lots of wood to make torches.
I'm getting a lot of wood because I really need lots of emerald blocks to.
Yes, I understand. I can understand the logic here.
Makes perfect sense. Yeah. So time will. So time will tell on what happens with that. But logic. I gotta ask you a funny question. It's not really a single question, but you have flown quite a bit in your, your day. Do you have a big problem? You probably don't because of the fact that you were always with such high status with like a flying partner. But have you ever experienced a problem when you weren't doing like first class or something, like with gate overcrowding?
Gate overcrowding.
So it's like when everybody's trying to like get on board the plane. And one of my biggest pet peeves about flying is, we've
complained about this plenty of times where people get all up in the gate and whenever it's not even time for them to be there.
Right.
That's what you're talking about.
And they're like blocking the way to the gate, and the people who are like, they look like they're in line, but they're just like, oh no, I'm not in line. Because what makes you think I'm in line? Yes. Type of deal. Why are you standing behind me? You're the idiot, type of thing. So
yes.
Obviously big problem, and I think a lot of passengers experience the, similar problems. So the United Airlines apparently, and I will be the first to say, I know very, very, very little about this. I read the very top of an article.
Oh God!
And that's all I'm going to read because
Ryaski joined the game.
Ryaski. It makes me a little bit confused. So it says, after 12,000 test runs, United takes on gate overcrowding with a new boarding process.
Okay.
So just off the top of my head, I can't exactly think of what is something so big and new and different that they might be able to do, but I'm thinking, okay, this is going to be, a whole overhaul, and maybe something's going to be different. And I've heard before, I watched actually a YouTube video, a guy breaks down airline boarding from a bunch of different companies, including Southwest, because it's, open seating versus, do you board the back of the plane first to the front? Do you board first class first, or do you board people from the front of the plane to the back? All these type of ways to do it. And I don't know where he got the metrics behind it, but he showed that it was way more efficient to board people randomly than in any specific order.
Huh.
And that always threw me off. He just said, if you let people board whenever they want, just intrinsically the way it works is people come in different times and they don't crowd up the aisles in one spot or another and make that line back up. I don't know where he got all this information from, but I thought that was very interesting. So I was thinking to myself, so is this what United's going to do? I wonder if they're going for that concept, because I can't think of what else would be very major. The very top of this article, the rest of it that I read, it outlines 3 bullet points that their system seems to be based on.
Michael joined the game. Ryaski says what?
Take a wild guess at what bullet point number 1
Guude says hi.
Status?
Michael says ho.
No. It is United is encouraging travelers to wait until their boarding group is called.
Oh,
Brian
that's
says
a good.
hi.
That's smart. They should encourage that.
Their plan, their tested 12,000 times plan is to basically do what they always have done forever.
That's good plan. Good plan.
I mean, have you ever gone to a place? It's like, we're boarding groups 1 and 2 right now, but 4, 5, and 6, feel free to come on and rush this gate.
Yeah, just please stand as close as possible and make it as hard as possible.
Yeah. Step 1. Encourage.
Well, I told you what Delta has done. They were doing testing in Atlanta, and then I saw it at some other airports too. So I knew they rolled it out to some degree, but I haven't flown in a while, so I don't know if it's made it nationwide yet. But they made lines for your group. So at the gate, you couldn't just stand wherever you wanted. If it said there was a Zone 5 line, there was a Zone 2 line, etc. So instead of just having the Sky Priority line and then the everybody else line, they broke it down to 6 damn lines. And that seemed to make a big difference in Atlanta. The times
a good difference or a bad difference?
A good one, because people knew their fucking place. So if you're in Zone 5, you got a line.
So step 2 of United's process, to line up in 2 lines instead of the current 5.
Oh. Huh. Well, that doesn't seem... That's how it's always been everywhere else.
Well, and so that's what I was thinking. I'm thinking, okay, every other airline, this is how it is. And I have flown, and I don't know if it was Delta or if it was United, when there was the 6 different like zones to be able to get into. I don't know which company it was. I can't off the top of my head tell you if it did better or worse. I wasn't really paying that much attention. But it's kind of funny that you would say how that is something that
it made a noticeable
good difference when that's the exact thing United's saying, nope, let's abolish this part of it. And that's the thing I was, oh God, I'm going to die. Woo-hoo-hoo. I came close to dying. And I literally heard a creeper go psh, right next to me, and I thought he had fell down this hole that I had gotten myself into. But for some reason, he was still walking around the top of it and gave me time to block myself in before.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
There are so many zombies here.
And bullet point 3, the airline is trying to reduce crowding at airports.
Oh, good. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
This sounds like they have done nothing.
Yes, well, it sounds like they've removed 3 lines. And that's like the extent of their plan, is to remove 3 lines. And just encourage people to wait for their group to be called.
Please, that sounds really dumb.
Please wait. Please wait. I want to be the PR person for United right now. And like, is he going on press conferences? Obviously, I read this in an article, so it's making news somewhere. Is he going on like press conferences about this? Is he sitting in his office and his bosses are like, "Damn good job, man! Damn good job!" Like
we've changed the game here.
Nobody else could have ever thought of this. You, sir, you just think, you, sir or ma'am, think outside of the box, and you bring United back on top.
I wonder what the top airline is in terms of flights served in the world.
Like number of flights or price of flights?
Just people, all the things. Like,
isn't Air Emirates like a really big one, but it's because it's like a very, very, very expensive.
Oh yeah. That's like you want to spend a shitload of money to fly in your apartment, basically.
Yeah,
I'd like to take my apartment to London.
I want to do that, man. Definitely.
I mean, I would be cool. I think to have, take a shower on the plane and stuff like that. But I wouldn't always want to fly like that. I mean, okay, I guess I would always want to fly. But
if I'm gonna fly,
I don't want to spend the money to fly like that.
That is true. I did recently watch a video on travel hackers, which I've always been somebody to look at the play the credit card game to get the best points and all this stuff. But I never looked into some of the aspects that these people do, which is like flying 10 to 15 times a week on these really cheap flights that they get on last minute deals on that just earn them a lot of miles and then turn that into like first class tickets to go, basically spend $800 worth of flights in a week because they're just flying all over the country because they found these random deals to build up, and then turn that into a $13,000 first class ticket on an airline.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I was like, I was like, what an interesting lifestyle.
Yeah, that's a little bit too much flying for me.
I mean, not if you're always flying in your apartment.
I mean, well, yeah, I guess if you get them the Air Emirates. Air Emirates.
Can you find a random cheap like last minute deal in Air Emirates, or does that not even exist?
I feel like no. I feel like that's one of those airlines where it is always expensive no matter what sort of thing.
Brian says, just saying, the lag started when my goal joined.
Yeah.
They're like, nope, we'd rather fly empty than give you a $200 seat.
Ryaski says, #just saying.
Which I haven't seen diamonds in a long time.
Yeah, I haven't seen diamonds in a while either. Are you farther in that side of the cave where the...
I kept going like away from where we started. So I think the answer is yes to that question.
Because I went through the bottom layer of this ravine, but I noticed that I think there's a split ravine in here. So I need to get to another part of this ravine to...
I just realized I don't have Fortune or Soak Touch, so I'm getting 1 diamond per swing here.
I have Fortune on mine, but I don't know where you're at anymore.
I've already mined it too. So
put it back and I'll come get it.
Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa, creeper.
The guy that mows my yard came today after the storm and seemed upset. Yes, to mow my yard. Like the storm, it just stopped raining yesterday.
The grass was too wet.
He was upset that there's all these limbs in the yard and he can't mow the grass. And I'm like, motherfucker, you knew that we just had a hurricane. Like, get out of here.
So I guess you have a guy that mows your yard. Is that the expectation? Is that you clean up the...
Yeah, like I keep the yard where he can just come and mow it, basically. But I was leaving to go get my oil change. And I was like, well, if you got to mow it today, you know where the limbs can go? So he picked up the limbs. I came home and the limbs were all gone. Which, hey, that's pretty sweet deal.
That works for you.
Yeah. But he wasn't happy.
Did he get paid?
I guess so. It's like someone my grandma like has it done by, so she pays them.
If you get that much, like got that much rain, I'm surprised he was able to do it at all, though.
I mean, yeah, I was surprised that the ground was... I wouldn't have tried. I wouldn't have gone out trying to mow grass today if this was my business. If I did make grass mowing, I would have just not tried today. But
he tried. He's got business to run, man.
I guess so.
He's got to feed that family or something.
He had his granddaughter with him too. She's like 15. She was also upset. Like
that there were branches there.
Yep. Like I was going to my car. She's like, "Sure is a lot of branches," and I'm like, "Yep, sure is."
You are very observant, young lady. Thank you.
Smart girl.
It's kind of funny when thinking about like people with the family businesses that, you know, whoa, wow, I almost died again. Like the family businesses, you know, things that I would know nothing about. But if you have a family business of like a lawn mowing service, a lot of people in that family probably understand all the nuances of lawn mowing because that's what you talk about at home, right?
You just go over and chat about mowing.
I mean, the whole time. That's the only family conversation. No, but I just mean, you go home and talk about, like, I'm sure you talked about, you know, YouTube with the, you know, the wife and the girlfriend and things like that, you know.
Right.
You didn't just be like, oh, done with work. Never speak of that again. What's for dinner?
I mean, there were occasions where questions were asked. And I was like, can we just not ever talk about it? I remember my dad was like that. Like, I always used to love the TV show Cops, and he was a cop, and he was like, this fucking show is banned in this household.
So I will definitely say that my dad did not tell me too much about his because my dad was a cop too. You know, about his policing when I was younger. Now when I'm older, he'll talk to me about like stuff, tell me about like cool chases or whatever that was in. I think part of it was he didn't want to like fill my head with that there's actually bad people out there, you know, doing bad things he has to deal with, as well as I remember once point blank asking him when I was like a little kid, because of course this is one of the questions out of everybody's mouth is, Daddy, did you ever kill anybody?
Yeah, and I remember I asked my dad that too.
Yep, he did not want to. He just said, I will not answer that question for you. And I said, okay.
So my dad's answer was that there was a guy, he pulled a guy over. The guy got out of the car and pulled a gun on him. And my dad pulled his gun and told him to put the gun down. And the guy didn't. And the gun wasn't loaded. And he was trying to load the gun. And my dad was about to shoot the guy. And then the guy realized he had the wrong caliber of bullets for his gun and gave up.
He got lucky there.
Yeah.
I know that my dad once, I guess he had put somebody in jail a few years before who had gotten out of jail, and he got pulled over by somebody else, drunk driving, belligerently, apparently with a gun on his lap, and all he told the officer was he was going to kill my dad. He was on his way to kill my dad.
Oh, geez.
But luckily, he was drunk and got himself pulled over as an idiot, and then went to jail for even longer.
Man, that's the kind of thing he probably should have, you know.
He didn't tell me that until I was. He didn't tell me that until I was older.
Oh no, I meant the guy that was going to kill your dad probably shouldn't have told the officer that bit of information.
Probably not.
Where'd this gun come from? I don't know.
I'm going to kill him. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. What? Kill who?
What gun? Oh man.
What is happening right now?
That was lag. That's Michael.
There's so much lag. Why is there so much lag?
I don't even know how to get back out. I might actually just start digging up because I've gotten all the darkness that I can find, and everywhere I go, I keep like circling back to the same place, apparently.
At this point, I don't know if we're close enough to anything to be doing anything. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But I've lit up a lot of stuff.
I'll just be like absolutely nowhere near the base. Like really, it was the first like cave we fell into was in the range of the spawner, and everything else is just way over somewhere else.
Right. Not what I was gonna say.
Is not what you were gonna say.
Well, I mean, I'd said it.
I heard it. I think I'm under the ocean. That's for sure.
Wow.
Oh no, I'm under just the lake. Never mind, not the ocean.
Is it
I'm
like
under
village?
the lake right at our village.
Oh, well, then this is very important stuff that we're lighting up. Then.
Actually, I should see. Oh, look, there's a turtle in there now.
Where the fuck did he come from?
Remember we?
Also, we put this.
Yeah, we put a couple over here, and then we never. There's two of them, and then we. I don't know. Let's see one. Where's the second one?
God, this is like PUBG. You get shot and you have no idea where from.
Oh yeah, there are two of them. They're like one sniffing the other one's butt.
That's how they know if they're male or female.
I mean, could be. They're just sitting there, not moving. They might be dead. They just somebody clean their carcass off. Yeah, let's see if I go. I'm gonna go into the spawner and see if it has magically become super successful. I want to get down here and just have there be like thousands of mobs falling, like
every second. Just so many mobs came and killed them all.
Oh, there it is.
I love the sounds they make.
They do. They make that. They like that sound. Ba 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 ba. They sound just like my son. Oh man, that poor little guy today. He's sick from something, like, but it's probably just a GI bug and something he ate, because he acts fine, and then out of nowhere he starts crying and immediately just projectile vomits.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I'm glad that my daughter never got sick badly before she could talk. So it's always been like she's been at an age where she could explain what was going on, sort of thing. Because when they're young like that, it sucks if you can't understand what they're feeling.
Yeah. He was sick a couple months ago, pretty sick for like 4 or 5 days. We think he had hand, foot, mouth disease, actually. But it started out with just he looked like something wasn't right. Like he looked like he wasn't feeling well, but he wasn't acting too crazy yet. So we were kind of on edge, and then all of a sudden he started getting really cranky, and then he got really hot, so he had a really bad temperature. And this was
Guude
kind
says,
of
man, this lag.
the ongoing scene that we dealt with for about 4 days, and then he
Brian says hashtag blame Michael.
Yeah, and it was really it was mainly upsetting because he couldn't communicate with us that something was wrong, and we just knew something was wrong, but didn't know what it was. Like, are you in pain? Do you just not feel well? You know, and I wish that we knew.
Right.
You know, those things. Yeah, this thing is no better.
Well, I mean, what are they doing right now? Because there's that mob cap.
Could go watch them be like standing at like a super mob farm that they built.
Well, they might be. That's the thing. I think Brian's been working on a witch farm, and Michael's been working on that, or has that gold farm that we're supposed to go find at some point and repair all our items.
I've got directions.
Oh, do you?
I do. Somebody put them in my comments, and I think in the next episode we can go check it out. Everybody's claiming.
God, I have so much cave here.
30 levels in like 30 seconds. Wow. I guess maybe I should grab. I should go grab a bunch of our mending stuff that's dead and just head over there myself. Then, if you got so much cave to go, because I'm back.
I mean, I don't necessarily want to keep caving, but yeah. How much time we got here? Yeah, we go. Let's end this episode here, and I'll get my way out of here, and then we can go do the thing.
Cool. All right, guys.
All right. Thanks for watching.
See ya.